good, you guys? It's Lifestyle from LifeStyleDidIt.com, and in today's tutorial I'm going to be going over how to make your kicks bigger, fatter, all that stuff, you know what I'm saying, by layering. What layering is taking a few different sounds, meaning in this instance a few different kick drums, and taking characteristics and certain things that each one have and using them to their advantage to make one strong kick drum out of it. So basically we got 3 kicks right here. They all have different characteristics to them. They sound different, and I'm going to take certain elements from them and make one kick out of it in the form of layering. So let's get right into it. Video's a bit darker today. It's a storm outside, so let me go over the kicks that we have. So this first kick we have, I'm going to just audition all 3 of them. So this first kick, kind of like a mid-range punchy kick. There's not too much low end in it. It's just a lot of attack. This kick has been obviously distorted, so it kind of has a lot of high end nastiness to it that we can use to our advantage. And then this one just has that low end thump, but we're going to kind of finesse it and take it out. So this first one, I'm going to just kind of name them as they're such. So this one's going to be like kick mid, kick high, so I know I'm going to be using most of the high end from this one. And then this one we're just going to call kick nasty. So I'm going to take all of these and I'm going to layer them, I'm going to lay them out in the mixer. So right here, start from mixer track, and I'm going to put them all into mono, especially that last one. Had a lot of stereo to it, a lot of stereo side information is what I'm trying to say. I'm going to go in here, this is always good to do, go into Edison and cut out all this extra unneeded space and kind of clean the kick up. So just go over here, hit delete on the keyboard. I'm going to fade this out. I'm going to make sure it starts. Yeah, it starts correct. So I'm going to do this for all the kicks. So again, this is going to go back to kick mid. Then we're going to go into here. Clean the end tail up. Make sure it starts. See, this one kind of starts a little late, so boom, that one's good now. So this is kick high. And then kick nasty. I'm going to get rid of a lot of that tail, that end tail, and you can see it doesn't even start where it's supposed to. See, there's all this buildup. So I'm going to fade this in right here and start the kick from there. And I'm going to go over here and I'm going to get rid of a lot of this end part. Still want to get rid of some of it. There we go. And then go in here and start it where we did. Alright, that sounds a lot better. So now we can go ahead and get these going. You always want to clean the kicks up before you get into it. So, of course, let's see which one. We're going to probably use this as the main kick. As you can hear at the end of it, there's like a little bit of a ring. So let's start with this one. We want to actually go in here and fade it out a little bit more. We can get rid of that ring with a little bit of EQ. So let's go in here, get a parametric EQ. Let me show you what I'm talking about. If I take all the low end out, you'll hear it. It's that tink, tink. It sounds weird. So we're going to take this over here and turn this to a high cut. Make it a little bit steeper. I'm using the mouse wheel for all this. And then bring this over, get rid of that. Because this certain kick is literally just going to be for our punch. So we're actually going to take some low end out of it too. So what we're doing is kind of like a multi-band compressor thing. I guess you can kind of say we're going to use each kick for a certain frequency and then layer them. So probably around 50. And then let's go to the next kick, see what characteristics this one has. That one has a bunch of good low end and a bunch of good high end. So we're going to use a lot of lows from this. So this one, again, another aggressive one. We're going to cut out some low end. We don't want our kicks smashing into each other. So let's do a low cut, and let's go in here, take out some low end. We're going to use this one as a more aggressive too. keep this kind of wide and only take out about 2 dB. And then on this last one, let's see. This is the nasty one. I don't want any of that high end in it. I just want the low end from this kick. So we're actually going to do another high cut. And then a low cut to take out a lot of that super, super low end it has. And I'm going to fade it a little bit more because it's kind of wobbly. I want it to be very straightforward. There we go. We're just using that low end from this kick. So now we could take all 3 of these and we're going to choose a main one. So let's audition. I'm going to choose this to be the main kick. So I'm going to go in here, level this out. Alright, and then we're going to layer, actually I want kick, we'll see which one I want to be main. Let's start layering them. Yeah, so I'm actually going to use kick mid as the main kick. No, I'm not. I'm going to use kick high. It's kind of like you got to play with it. And then you always want to check your polarity, which means flipping. If the frequency is going like this, we're going to flip it upside down. Basically what you're doing with this is you're flipping polarity back and forth to see which one sounds like the low end disappears. If the low end disappears, they're out of phase. You want them to be in phase with each other. So let's just flip it back and forth and listen to the low end. Alright, so I'm going to leave this one. This one's fine. And then let's bring in this kick nasty. Start low. See, that really brings in that low end. So let's reverse polarity and see what happens as well with this one. Alright, so they're all good. They don't need to be flipped. Alright, so now you see we have something where we have a nice amount of high end, mid range, but that low end really is coming through. Let me tighten it up a little bit more. Because without it, with it, it really adds that thump to the kick. And we haven't really done much of these. See, the power of layering, you don't have to really do too much. So now that we have all of these, we can take all these kicks and route them over to one bus. So just click on the first kick, kick mid. Actually, let's go over here and name this kick bus. And we'll change the color to yellow. And then click this kick. And we're just going to right click right here. Click this kick, right click, and it's going to bus all these over here to this main one. So now anything we do to this is going to affect all the kicks. So if we turn it down, basically we can, control all of them together. If we wanted to add, another layer, like we could go in here and we could add more distortion if we wanted to, and then we could just blend this in. So we'll turn this all the way up, turn this down, and we can use this as a parallel to get even nastier with it, or we don't have to have it on at all. So we'll just kind of blend that in, and then boom, we have this finished. We can go put this right here and export it if we wanted to, and now we have a kick drum that's exported, and boom, we're ready to go. Brand new kick. So that is something you can do with layering for kicks, make them harder without having to do too much crazy stuff. I hope you guys liked this tutorial. If you did, thumbs it up for me, you know what I'm saying? You can follow me on all social medias at LifeStyleDidIt. Hit my website for everything else, LifeStyleDidIt.com. Other than that, subscribe to your boy. Thanks.